Hello everybody, my name is Connor Jones with softwarelore.com. We're going to be covering Webflow today, and we highly recommend that you follow along using the article that is linked in the description. We go in a bit more detail, and you can read that while you're watching the video over on our site, softwarelore.com. So we highly recommend you do that. But without further ado, we're going to get right into the review of this product, and I'm going to give you a quick rundown of what it actually is. So, first things first, what is Webflow? Generally speaking, it is a content management system. And in addition to some basic content management, you're also getting their drag and drop design tool. And that's really what their selling point is. It gives you the ability to quickly prototype and produce a live website without the need for any kind of code. There are other things and services like this. Like I had previously said, it's very similar to Wix, but it actually creates a fast and responsive website. And it's also a little bit easier to use, in my opinion. So once you've signed up for Webflow, you're going to be greeted with this dashboard. And you can click on New Project, and once you've clicked that, it'll give you the option to either select a blank page, or you can use a template, either free or purchased. So we're going to go into this little blank template here. And I've already drag and dropped a section and then a container. So how you do that is you just come over here, and it's going to give you all of the little HTML elements that you would get from any drag and drop system, including if you want to embed videos or get some search functionality in here. So they have basic functionality also integrated into this part. And then once you've done that, you can style these pieces over here. So in this case, we're going to just make, look, now it's red. So it gives you all of the same stuff that you would get from coding CSS, but with a user interface. So it's a lot easier to use. And then once you have something, you can press preview, and it'll let you preview it. And you can also view it on different devices. So all of this together just kind of makes it's just a lot faster than coding. So now that we've given you a general outline of what Webflow is, we're going to get into the details of, is it worth getting? Is the design tool robust? Is the content management system good? And finally, is their hosting any good? Because you have to host with Webflow in order to use their tool. So of course, you don't want to have a crappy host once you've produced your website. So we're going to get into that in the next section. All right, so now I'm going to give you my opinion on their design tool in comparison to some of the other options that you have, that being WordPress, actually coding, and other drag and drop like systems. So one of the things, like I had stated before, that makes this better is you actually produce a fast website with this, which I cannot express how important that is and how rare it is. Even on something like WordPress, where you have a good amount of control, you very, very quickly, with just a few plugins, end up with a enormously bloated website that takes over 8 seconds to load, and you have an awful bounce rate because of it. So right off the bat, what you're getting from this design tool is a quick and pretty website, which is, it's pretty important to have both. As for the tools, after playing around with it a little bit, it's easier than coding. Even with over 5 years of experience with CSS, this tool is just easier. It still gives me the same functionality that I would get if I were just to go and open Visual Studio Code and start typing out some CSS, but I can do it much quicker. And someone who didn't know CSS, with just a little bit of time and maybe like a tutorial or two, they could figure out what all this stuff means and get a complete site up very easily. So ease of use, and still having the depth to let even a full developer go and use this tool and still be able to produce something of high quality is it's a big plus for this tool set. Now, in the case that you don't have the time to go and code an entire website, they do have templates available. So we're going to go back to the dashboard, and show you a little bit of that. So there's not, it doesn't seem like there's a whole lot. I'm not sure if this is community driven or if it's produced directly by Webflow, but they seem to only have a couple hundred templates, and most of them cost money, so they're not free, but they look like they're pretty high quality. You can go and preview each one if you'd like. And as you can see, it's not a slouch of a template. It gives you a couple options once you've purchased just the one. So you can pretty much use it for a multitude of sites. And then on top of that, you can go and edit it. It's not a static template. So that's always an option, to go and get a nice and functional template without the need to even touch their drag and drop system. Then you can go straight into their CMS. So now we're going to cut away for a second. I'm going to go set up a little basic site, and I'm going to show you their content management system. So see you then. Okay, so now that we have a basic understanding of how the design tool itself works, we're going to look at the CMS system that also comes with Webflow. So the main access point for your CMS is going to be through the same design tool that you use to create your pages. So you go over here and you click on the little stack, and that's your CMS. So this is going to give you access to their collections panel, which is the highest point in the hierarchy. So this is basically a container, and you can make new containers for different sections of your site. So you can have, this is basically just holding a bunch of tables of information, very similar to a database. So it comes with these 5 blog posts in this particular template that I'm using. So when you click on one of these, you see a bunch of input fields, and you can set up these input fields by going into the settings of a given collection, and then you can change, delete, or edit any of these fields as you see fit, and it will affect all of the items within that collection. So you can go and add all of the the data, the images, and all of that stuff inside of this this interface, but more than likely what you're going to be using is their editor tool. So you don't have to be kind of removed from the content. You can go over here to their editor, and this is going to bring you to your actual website. And one second, I'm going to move my camera over here, and as you can see right down here on the bottom right, you have the edit site tool. So you click on that bad boy, and it's going to give you a lot of the more in-depth CMS stuff that you'd expect. So we're going to go over to the blog page. We're going to get into one of these blogs, and you can edit the front end right from here. You're not going to have as much access to designing tools and things like that, but you can change all of the text. Say that there was a typo here, and you're like, oh, that's not supposed to be a U, that's supposed to be an E. And now it's an E. And you can fill out all of these fields that you've previously established inside of your collection section, and it just makes the whole process a lot easier. I did have a little bit of an issue with this guy starting out not working for Chrome, but it seems to be working now. So just keep that in mind. I think this is it's a relatively new tool, and they have a couple bugs as far as I can tell, but nothing horribly deal-breaking to worry about. So that gives you a basic outline of what the CMS is. In my personal opinion, it's good. It can be slightly clunky at times. It takes a little bit to get used to their that collection system, but Webflow is really good at providing you with resources for how these things work and how to learn them. They have all of their own tutorials. They're all very well made and easy to follow. So if you feel yourself getting lost, you can just go over to their library and check out the tutorials. But at this point, we're going to go and move on to hosting. All right. So the last thing that we're going to be covering today is pricing for Webflow. And you get a couple options here depending on what you need. The first set of options are the account plans. Essentially what this is, if you don't want to host your Webflow site with Webflow, you can purchase one of either their Lite or their Pro option, and it'll allow you to export whatever you design and create in their system out over to whatever host that you're wanting to use. I don't recommend this for most people. If you're a developer and you still want to use this tool, this is probably what you should be using. But their hosting is pretty good. It's nice and fast, and on top of that, you have the ability to go back, edit, and add things to using their content management system once you have it published. So the first option you have is their basic model, which actually does not come with the CMS. So you'll be able to edit pages and the layout of your site once it's posted, but you won't have access to their CMS for things like blogging. The next tier up is their CMS, which gives you 2,000 database entries. So you can have up to around 2,000 blog posts if you were to run a blog. And then on their business model, they allow 10,000. There's also a difference in how much volume you can support with each one of these. So the first, most basic one without the CMS only allows 25,000 viewers per month. Then there's 100,000 and 1 million. Beyond that, I'm not sure if they have another option. You'd have to contact them directly. But that basically covers the gist of it. It's a good host. It comes with a CDN, which is basically a network of servers that allows Webflow to give your user the files that are closest to them. So this is just going to reduce latency. If you want to go and look into a little bit more about that, they have an entire page on this, and we go over it a little bit more in depth in the article that I mentioned in the intro. You also get an SSL certificate for free. This is pretty common nowadays with most modern hosts. You're going to want an SSL certificate, so they basically usually just include it. And it's a lot less of a hassle. But yeah, that's the basics for the pricing. And now we're going to get on with the conclusion and our score for Webflow. So, in conclusion, Webflow is a pretty good tool if you're looking for something that's just kind of an all-around designer and builder. It's got a really good user interface. Their content management system is robust, and you even have access to things like e-commerce and some other basic functionality. So if you're looking to get something that just kind of covers all your bases and makes it really easy for you to produce a site, then we highly recommend Webflow. Software Lore gives this an 85 out of 100. So that's a pretty good score. If you want to go and check out Webflow, there is a link in the description. And that's all for today. So keep an eye out for more content, and we'll see you in the next video.